All right, we're out here on the range. Target is at 100 yards. This is my Aero Solus chassis, Obsidian Action, OBW, 22 GT barrel, 25.5 inches, 1 7 twist, 90 grain Bergers. We're shooting the load you see up on the screen at just over 2.6 cartridge overall length. I had a video reloading these rounds, so you guys can check that one out if you haven't already. We're getting velocity through our lab radar, 3-shot groups. We're just trying to see where we're going to be for velocity with some of these rounds. We do have a decent idea. They're probably going to shoot okay, but really just want to see how much velocity we can get. We're shooting a 5-30 Discovery optic off our bipod and our rear bag. It's a cool day, not super windy, but the sun is a little bit, it's a little earlier in the day, so the sun's coming up a bit, but it shouldn't really impact our groups or velocity. All right, so first shotgun is cool and the gun is clean. So first group's gonna be kind of a fouling anyway. Okay, we're just a little low. That was just an oil shot, wasn't it? Okay, so those weren't great, were they? But again, getting the barrel fouled up, getting it warmed up. Velocity on those was quite slow, about 2,900, 2896 to be exact with a 20 SD. But again, we had our oil shot in there, so again, the barrel was pretty well cleaned up, so not too worried about that. Push on up here. See if they'll start the group now that we're warmed up and fouled in. That's more like it. Not horrid. Working our way up with velocity there. This is also new brass. So not a horrible looking group there, a little better than our first one. Okay, so those three, we averaged 2947 with a 4.9 SD. So again, 3-shot groups, we're not worried about that. We're really just looking at our total velocity here. Nothing going on with that brass, no flattened primers or anything like that. Okay, next charge here. Not great, that's for sure. Not as good as even what we saw at these low charges we shot the other day. That one we had 30.09 average with a 9 SD. Going up there. Tightened up a little bit, but still not great. We're looking good on velocity. Brass looks absolutely fine. And yeah, nothing weird going on, so we're not getting to the top end of our pressure. Those we averaged 30.62 with a 10 SD. And let's move to our top charge today. So not super promising accuracy today, which is interesting because in our first shots video, I was really impressed with the groups out of this barrel. So a little surprised, but groups aren't horrible. We could obviously fine tune them. Let's see how things go with this last one here. Top charge. Okay, so it looks like we started to find something. They kind of tightened up there as we pushed up. So we started out in a little bit of a, well, it's hard to judge that first group, to be honest with you, because we've got fouling and oil shots and things like that. But it definitely looks like we started to tighten up there as we got closer to 3,100 feet a second. So definitely a little promising, especially as we got to the top end there. Our last group, we averaged 3,097 feet per second with a 6SD, 12 ES. So again, that group looks like our best group. So we're going to continue to explore a little bit on the top end there. The other thing I guess that could be happening is too, this barrel could be settling in just a little bit because it was just chambered and clean. So if you believe in that whole like copper equilibrium or something along those lines, that could be the reason why groups got tighter as well, I guess. But again, our brass looks fine. There's absolutely nothing showing up on our brass showing we're at the top end or anything like that. So we're going to continue to fine tune this. We're going to go 3100 was about where I wanted to be. So I think in the next video, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot maybe a half grain above this and a half grain below this, and then this as well, just to make sure that we're safe and consistent and nothing weird's going to happen kind of going forward. And then we'll see if we need to fine tune that at all. But again, that last group there, it's a 3-shot group, but 35.5 grain looks really promising. So we're going to push up just a little bit to make sure that we're safe to shoot at that range, and then we'll test some bigger sample sizes. But 3,100 feet a second with a bullet with a GC of 274 is going to be really, really, really low drop and low wind drift, low recoil as well. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for subscribing. Next video, we're not going to clean this barrel. We're going to leave it with these 15 shots on it, and we'll see if there's a little bit of this weird grouping that was happening as the barrel was kind of getting some copper and some carbon built up in it, because it looked like things tightened up as we went across. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. The 22 GT sure is fun to shoot. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you next time.